Welcome to prairiefoxsurvival.com. I'm Richard, and today we're going to be making bean bark. And a lot of people do this. It's quite expensive, I don't know why, but they'll buy canned beans, or some of them even refried beans, and then make bark out of it. And to me, that's kind of a waste of money when you can go down and buy large volumes of pinto beans for next to nothing and make up your bark. So what we're going to do, we cooked this last night, you can see it. Have some good beans here, and we have a little juice left over if we need to add to it that we can add. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the blender, and we're going to mix it up into a cream where it's creamy. And once we get this done, we'll show you what it looks like coming out of the blender. Now, I did season this. Of course, we had beans and cornbread last night, good old Texas favorite there. But I do add quite a bit of spice to our beans. We have cayenne pepper, regular pepper. We don't use salt in much of anything. And we have our garlic powder and all of that. And it's seasoned very well. I mean, you could definitely taste the heat in it. And we're going to put this in the blender now, and we'll be right back to you and show you what we're going to have once we get it blended. We finished with our blending on this, and this is what it looks like when it comes out of the blender. And with this, we're going to put it on our sheet here, put it in the dehydrator, and it'll probably take about, depending, 6 to 8 hours. It's hard to say. I made this a little thicker than normal. Now you do want to save your juice and put in here. Let me get rid of this. And that way, we don't really, when we're making our beans, we don't really count how much water we put in it and all that. We just put it in. And then if we have too much in there, we just put it through a strainer and put it in a bowl like this. And that way, if we need some more, we have it. And let me kind of mix this up, and what we're going to do. Now this will, and by tonight you can go to our website at prairiefoxsurvival.com, and on our first page you'll see some bark recipes. Click that on, and we will have this on there, along with some pretty good tasting ideas to go along with it. And you can make a great soup or stew out of it. Of course, you can just rehydrate it. I'll sure be glad. We've got some good sheets ordered. This parchment paper just isn't the best, as sticky as the beans are. You can take and rehydrate this, and we'll show you what the bean bark looks like when we're done. And it'll turn right back where you can use it on burritos for refried beans, because that's basically what we have now, is a start of refried beans and a stock to make our stews and our soups with. And you want to put this about 1/8 of an inch thick as you do the other ones. We'll just do one, get this started, and we'll be showing you this. Now, unlike potato, corn bark, all this, this is not going to flip over in a sheet. this is going to crack. It's going to look like a tree or like Texas in a drought. And it's just going to crack and go everywhere. And we'll show you what this is, and we'll show you what the finished product is. Okay, this is what our bark's starting to look like. We're going to let this cook another 30-45 minutes. We just flipped it over. And as you can see, it looks like it's been through Texas with no rain or something. It cracks up like this, and that's what we want it to do. Then we're going to flake this up when it's done. We'll show you, put it in a bowl. And just some great recipes we can make out of this. So we'll be back to you in about 30-45 minutes. Our bark's finished now, and Dina, can we see this? Mm-hmm. Okay. As you can see, it looks like dried up mud. But boy, does it taste good. And really the uses you have with this are just unlimited. In fact, today for lunch, from a stew that we have our recipe on the website, prairiefoxsurvival.com, just go to our bark recipes, and has a great bean bark stew recipe with vegetables and all in it. Then you can just add a little more of the bark to it to thicken it, and it makes a great burrito. We dehydrate our own cheddar cheese and all. We put that on it and some hot sauce, and it's ready to go. And if you have friends coming over and real quick just want to whip up something for snacks, you can take the bean bark, rehydrate it quickly, and put some chips with it, and you have a great bean dip. And if you're like us, we have dehydrated jalapenos, and we'll add some of those to it and some onions. So really it's just unlimited what you can do with this stuff. We're getting ready. What we'll do now is just crunch them up with our hand, and put them in this jar beside me. And as you can see, we're getting quite a few. We're using half-gallon jars here. And I hope you will go to the website, and if you have any ideas on your own, please email me. It's rich@prairiefoxsurvival.com, and I'd be glad to post them on there. So I want to thank you for coming, and I look forward to seeing you the next time from prairiefoxsurvival.com.